Evan Carmichael is an author, speaker, and YouTuber who Gary Vee called a content DJ that inspires people. He went from making $300 per month and being a shy introvert to having over 300 million people watching his YouTube videos. So today, let's learn the number one thing you need to do to grow your life. Mentor me, Evan. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number one. Take the shot.
You don't want to ask for help because you're afraid. You're afraid that one, they're going to say no, or two, that you are imposing on them. Either way, you're making a decision from a place of fear, doubt, and scarcity. It's time to step into your boldness. What would the most bold version of you do and make yourself proud? So I was on a call this week with David Bach, who is a super successful author. He's sold 7 million plus books. He's got a new book out called The Latte Factor. And I was on a call with him because I said, David, I want you to be on YouTube. We need your advice, your wisdom, your energy on YouTube because you've got a great message that yes, you're delivering through books, but I want to see it in video format. I think it's a great opportunity to reach people. And because his audience is millennials, you need to be on YouTube. That's where they're hanging out. And he thanked me. I gave him a whole bunch of advice on how to get started, and he's going to Florence, and I gave him tips on what to talk about and how to film it and everything, that just pure love for me to help him. And then at the end, he said something that I was uncomfortable with. He said, hey, Evan, how can I help you? You've given me so much. You've helped me with my branding and what I'm trying to do with YouTube. How can I be of service to you? And I said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't usually ask for help. I have a hard time asking for help. This is a problem not just for you guys watching, but for me too. I don't ask enough people for help. And so I said, well, racking my brain. I mean, the point of this call wasn't to try to get you to help me, but since you asked, I've got a new book that I'm working on. Right? I'm trying to release it in December or January. You've sold 7 million plus books. What advice do you have? And he gave me a whole bunch of fantastic advice. Step by step, his process to selling books. One of them that was particularly helpful was having a Facebook group as a launch team. So people who bought his book joined the launch team and helped spread the mission for him. And he said that contributed to a huge chunk of his early sales. And so right away that night, I went and I created my launch team. So if anybody joins now and it's $50, you get the first copy of the book. You're going to get a pack of my Entrepreneur Heroes trading cards. You're going to get an autograph. You're going to get access to me in a weekly live stream on Facebook, just for me and the people who've pre-ordered the book. And I just implemented it. Right? We'll put the link up here. So if you want to join, you can go check it out. But we just implemented that because of David's advice, because of what he told me, because he said, hey, how can I help you? And so I need to do a better job of asking for help as well. I need to get over my fear of people either rejecting me or feeling that I'm imposing on them. And it's a goal of mine. It's something that I want to work towards, because if I look at the projects I'm doing, if I look at my new book, I'm pumped for it. I think it's going to help a lot of people. The people who've read it, part of my beta audience, they say it's the best book that I've written. And if I don't ask for help and I don't get it out there, I'm cheating myself and I'm cheating my audience. I'm cheating the world. I'm cheating you guys. And so I need to ask people for help. So this video, as much as it's for you, is for me too. I'm going to listen to my own advice and make it happen. So I've got a 3-step process that I'm going to use myself that I'd love for you to try on too, see if it works for you. Step number 1 is apply the Wayne Gretzky rule. Wayne Gretzky famously said, you miss 100% of the shots that you never take, right? If you don't take the shot, you're not going to get a goal. So even if it's not going to work out, even if you get a no, great, you get up and you ask again, because you're going to miss every shot if you don't take it. And this is for anybody who's afraid to ask. And I remember watching this fantastic clip from Oprah Winfrey, who she got hit up when she was successful, and she got hit up for donating to different charities and donating to different causes. And she always felt like she had to say yes to people. And there was one time when somebody then asked her for money, and she said no. She's like, I'm being stretched too thin. I can't commit to everything. And she said no. And the guy who asked her said, okay. And she said, okay, really? You're not, you don't hate me? Like, no, that's okay. On to the next. And so taking that same approach, you ask for help. Your intentions are good. You're not asking for the world. You're asking for a little bit of help, and then don't attach significant meaning to it if they say no or they don't deliver. Not everybody's going to be able to help you out, even if they have the ambition or the intention. Some people are really busy. I had a guy write to me today who wants my help in promoting something that he has coming up, and I just have too much on the go right now with my Thought Leadership Academy and then the YouTube course coming up and then the book to be able to do this new joint venture and commit myself fully to it. And so, okay, maybe something comes up in the future, maybe not. You have to ask and get over the fear that they're gonna say no. Because chances are they won't care that much. If it's a no, they still love you, they still want you to be successful, and that's okay. You miss every shot that you don't take, so take your shot. Step number 2 is don't take the yes away from somebody. And so this is for the people who are afraid to impose. You're afraid of imposing yourself on somebody, or now you feel indebted to them and that it's a big burden for them. The thing that I always remind myself of is maybe they want to help. You know, I love helping people. When I got on the call with David, he had a really tight window before he left for Florence, and I wanted to make it work. It's like, yes, let's make it work in this time window. I'm pumped to help him, just to serve, because I want to help, because I want to see his message get out there. There's a lot of people who want to help. And if you don't ask, you're taking the yes away from them. You're cheating them. You're being selfish. You think you're being selfless. You think it's selfish to ask. I think it's actually selfish not to ask. Because for some people, acts of service is the greatest thing of all time for them. I love being able to help David. If I didn't reach out, maybe he wouldn't have asked me, right? And then we would have missed that great opportunity together. And so by you not reaching out, by you feeling like you're imposing on them, recognize that you might actually be being extremely selfish. And you need to ask, because you're taking the yes away from them. And saying yes to some things and helping people out, for some people, is the greatest thing they love of all time. So don't take the yes away from them. Don't assume that it's a no. And then step number 3 is, what would the boldest version of you do? Try to remember that. It's what I try to remember for myself all the time. And yes, I've had success and built my channels to these sizes and sold businesses, but it's still nothing compared to what I'm capable of. And it's easy to wake up and just stay where you are, right? It's easy to wake up and just stay exactly where you are. I want to do more. I want to be bigger. I want to be bolder. I want to solve the world's biggest problem. You know, I need to remind myself of that consistently, and I don't do a good enough job of it, to be honest, on a daily basis. It's not every single day that I'm feeling unstoppable and massively bold. And so having that reminder for myself too is, what would the boldest version of you do? You're afraid to do this. You're afraid to ask this person. What would the boldest version of you do? And I ask myself that, and then I do it. So a quick example from my last tour, I was doing this tour, 23 cities, 90 days, and we're trying to figure out transportation, how we're going to go around. And I wrote to Grant Cardone, friend of the channel, done a lot of videos together, and I said, hey Grant, can I have your jet for 90 days to tour around and I'll promote you, right? We'll do that as an exchange. And it costs a lot, just the jet, the fuel, the pilots, all that. It's a lot of money. And what would the boldest version of me do? So I would ask Grant. So I wrote to Grant, and he responded back, and to his credit said, what's the upside? That was his response, a quick short email, what is the upside? And instead of just saying no, which you probably should have, he just said, what's the upside? And I told him, hey, I'll talk about you in my audience and everybody will know your name. And it wasn't a big enough upside, so he said no, awesome. And we rented a Suburban and we drove across America. But you may not win all those battles. You may not get a yes every time, right? Since then, Grant and I have done a lot of different things together, more videos together, more content, promoting each other. That one no doesn't destroy the relationship. But being bold, being willing to ask the question, even if the most likely outcome is no, it's only the most likely outcome. And if you keep asking, just back to the Wayne Gretzky rule, somebody's going to say yes. So ask yourself, not just for this situation, but in general, what would the boldest version of you do? What would the version of you that would make yourself proud do? And then go do that.
Also, if you want to have more confidence and motivation, check out our 254 series. The link is in the description below.
If you're doing work that you love, you're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work, because you love doing it.
Successful people take responsibility for where they are in life. Publishers do a little bit of work to help you. They try to line up a little bit of media and some of their contacts, but don't expect the publishers to do a lot. These days, it's really up to the author.
And rule number 2, the last one before our very special bonus clip, ask for help.
Not asking for help is selfish. You might think that trying to do everything yourself is selfless, that it's wrong to ask for help and noble to do everything yourself. But you love helping people. You love helping others. Remember that joy you feel when you help somebody and brought a smile to their face knowing you made their week? By you not asking for help, you're cheating people of that opportunity to bring a smile to their face. Stop being selfish and start asking for help. I came up with this idea when I was at a video game cafe. So here's what happened. I was on a call with one of my big customers at the time, and I was in Los Angeles, and we're doing a Google Live, streaming to my YouTube channel, lots of people watching, YouTube Live, I'm interviewing him, and then the internet goes down. Like, what happened? The power went out across all of Los Angeles. The power goes out and it's down. I got nothing. The stream is still live, but I'm not there anymore. I left my client live on the stream, and he's not sure what happens. He just sees my camera goes down, and then he keeps going by himself for another 15, 20 minutes, waiting for me to come back. And he's embarrassed, and it's awkward, and he doesn't know what he's doing because the host who has the audience there is now gone. And then eventually he just leaves because he said, well, I don't know where Evan is, but thank you guys for watching. And it put him in a really difficult situation. I felt terrible. I went back to watching the live stream after, like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Now, it's out of my control. The internet goes down in Los Angeles. What am I supposed to do? There's no power anywhere. So as soon as the power gets back up, I message my client and say, hey man, I'm really sorry about that. Let's reschedule it. Let's do it again when I'm back home in Toronto, where I know I have stable internet, and I want to do it again for free, no extra cost. Even though we had almost finished the live stream together, we're gonna do a whole other one for free just because I want to make this right for you. Great. So we come back to Toronto. It's like a week or two later. And my internet is pretty rock solid in my home office. I've never had an internet issue really happen while I was doing a live stream, but I wanted to make extra sure that this time nothing happened, because if something happened the second time, it would not be a good thing. So I asked my friend Jay Rise, and I said, Jay Rise, I need a place that has rock solid internet that I'm gonna do this live stream and nothing can go wrong. And he said, I got a place, it's an internet cafe that I go to. I'll introduce you to the owner. I know him, and you can do it there. Like, thank you so much. So we go there. I'm there an hour early. I'm setting up. I'm talking to the owner. I'm testing the gear, my microphone, the headset, all of it, the camera, testing all of it, just to make sure that everything is working smoothly. I'm nervous because the last time it failed on us. My client comes on. We go live for half an hour, I don't remember, and it was smooth, perfect, no issues, crisp, amazing internet, blazing fast speeds. Great time with the audience, and we delivered an awesome product. Sigh of relief, right? I'm so pumped. I go talk to the owner and say, dude, thank you, man. It was perfect. No complaints, no problems. Thank you so much. How much do I owe you? And he said, well, you were on the computer for about an hour and a half, and Jay Raj was on the computer for about an hour and a half, but I'll just bundle it together. So I forget what he told me. It was like $5 or $7 or $10 or something. Like, are you kidding me? I would have paid $1,000. I would have paid a lot of money just to make sure that this went smoothly, because it's the relationship with my client at the time, right? I said, okay, well, great. Here's the $7 that you wanted. Awesome. Let me buy some stuff from behind the counter. Let me buy some snacks from my friend Jay Rise. Jay Rise was hungry. He needed to eat. So like, here's $20, $25. Let me just buy out a whole bunch of your snacks and give it to him. He's like, no, you don't have to do that, man. Don't worry about it. Like, no, I want to do it. Let me buy the snack. No, don't worry about it. The owner thought that he was doing a good thing. The owner thought that he was being selfless, that, hey, don't worry, but you don't have to do it. That just paying for the internet was enough for him. But he was actually being selfish. In that moment, he was being selfish because he cheated me of the opportunity of, one, saying thank you. I wanted to pay more. I want to pay more. You're cheating me of the opportunity to do it, and you're cheating me of the opportunity to help my friend Jay Rise and give him some food because he was hungry, so we had to go somewhere else. You need to be willing to bring other people in. You need to be willing to ask for help. Yes, you don't want to waste your time. Yes, you want to be respectful. Yes, but people love helping others. We are built to serve. You want to help other people. That joy that you feel when you help somebody out, allow it to come into other people's hearts too.
Now I have a very special bonus clip on how to hold yourself accountable that I think you're gonna enjoy. And if you made it this far in the video and you promise to take action for watching the video, give me a hashtag believe in the comment below. We want to celebrate you. Well, at least we do.
You need people in your life to hold you accountable because you will never push yourself as hard as you can go. You get a personal trainer not because of what exercises you should do. You can look that up online. The real value of a trainer is to have somebody right there in front of you in your face telling you to do 3 more reps of that exercise when you want to quit. When you're going to tap out, and if you were by yourself, you'd say, I'm done, and they say, give me 3 more, because all of the growth happens in that last set. If there's nobody around you to hold you to a higher standard, you'll always know that there's another level, but you'll be too afraid to reach for it yourself. So let's use me as an example. I want to solve the world's biggest problem. I don't think people believe in themselves enough. It's why I created this channel and all the other ones I have, and the books and the speaking and everything I do. I want to go out and do this impossible thing that's never going to happen. I'm never going to solve the world's biggest problem, and yet I wake up every day and I try to do it. And I use a combination of what I call aspirational mentors, which are people like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and the people that I profile on this channel. And then I also do it from people who challenge me one-on-one. If you watch my Entrepreneur Advice channel, I get pushed every week by my agent Steve, by psychologists in Australia, by people who are coaching me on how to get better. And they push me and they tell me I need to do more, and they tell me I'm being an idiot in these areas. And like, go, this is the homework. And the more uncomfortable I feel during that process, usually the better the advice is. If I think about the tour that I launched last year, and now the tour that I'm doing this year, it started as a free tour and became a paid tour when my agent Steve pushed me to do it. Like, you need to charge for this. And immediately my heart's booming. Boom, 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 boom. I'm scared. It means I have to do it. Having people around you who can push you to do the things that you need to do, who make you nervous, who make you scared, who see your blind spots, who cut through your BS, who tell you that's just fear talking, because we'll come up with really logical reasons why we can't do something. Or aspirational mentors who, when you see how they react to things, how they see things, how they understand the world, and then you look at what you're doing, it forces you to be pulled up. It forces you to take the next step up on the staircase. You need to do it, because your environment's been perfectly designed to keep you where you are. Your friends, your family, all of it. It's keeping you exactly where you are. And the difference between where you are now and where you want to be and where you can be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years is going to be the people you have around you and how much they're willing to push you, to believe in you, to tell you what you may not want to hear, but you need to hear to grow, to challenge yourself and get to the next level.
If you want to learn how to take action on anything you want, check the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. I'll see you there. Much love. Believe.
She decided she wanted to change her life and stop being a dream wisher and actually go out and create her own future, and wanted my advice on how to do it.